Hey, Moon Magic Super Souls. I feel like I want to whisper because I'm doing this reading really, really early in the morning and it's really dark and very magical. Happy New Year. This is a New Year's Eve reading and I have drawn 3 cards, but I haven't yet turned them over. Happy New Year's. Let's do that now. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We have the Nectar for pile 1. We have the Maiden for pile 2. Just look at the colours. Wow. We have the Medallion for pile 3. Wow. Okay, I'm going to draw runes and a charm as well. What a stunning energy for the beginning of a new year. Welcome back if you're returning to the channel. Welcome to anyone new. Wow, wow, and more wow. The energy looks amazing to move into this new year, and I have already posted New Year. I've already done well, I've done all sorts of readings. I've done your all zodiac sign readings for the coming year. I've done January readings. So do check out those other readings if you are, just wanting to tune into things. And the moon month as well, the moon energy update. It is a pretty interesting month, actually, January. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. Let me draw the runes and the charms for your New Year's Eve readings. And we are actually asking today for a key message that you need to hear as we begin 2025. These are our readings. A key message that you are meant to hear as you begin 2025. Right, runes. Pile 1, we have the rune of Perth. This is a rune of initiation. Let me bring up a counter so that we can see your charm and your charm. Oh, wow, well, we have three charms. I actually think these are for the 3 readings. Okay, right, let me move these along. So, pile 1, your charm is a beautiful fairy. She's also holding something. It looks like, it could be a ball or it could be the world. I'm not sure. We'll see what comes through in your reading. But that is pile 1. That's your charm. Pile 2, you have a moon and a cat. Beautiful. Let me draw your rune for pile 2. Pile 2, you have the rune of strength, Uruz. How stunning. Oh, there's a magical energy here. There really is. Pile 3, your charm is the spider. How lovely. Oops, that one's on the move. Okay. And your rune. Straight away, you have the rune of Tewaz. This is the spiritual warrior. Wow. Okay. Magical souls, moon magical souls. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited about 2025. It's to be an epic year, I think, astrologically. Very excited, but let us find out a key message for you that you need to hear as you enter this phenomenal year of unprecedented potential. I will see you in the readings in just a moment. I'm going to leave the video running for a few moments longer for anyone that wants a bit more time, and you can always press the pause button if you need even more time than that. And beautiful souls, just trust your intuition. If you find you're drawn to more than one reading, trust it, go with it. Sometimes there will be more than one message for you. My wonderful souls, I will see you in a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have this magical card of Nectar, which is a phenomenal energy. It really, really is. Also, with this fairy holding something, it feels like a gift, as if something is being offered to you, especially with this hand. But with this hand, it's as if something is being offered to you and you are also being asked to reach out and receive it. Now, we'll draw more cards before I say too much more. But with Perth, the rune of initiation, this is very much a rite of passage, or of you coming through a tunnel into a new space or a new period or a new phase or a new time of something. And the nectar card, when I drew this, all I could hear was, when we turned it over, I just kept hearing sweet, sweet nectar. Sweet, sweet nectar. Something is coming to you that will, it's like regenerate you, allow you to be reborn in some way. It feels delicious. That's the best word I can use to describe it. Let's draw some cards for you. Okay, we have, you've done nothing wrong. Okay, how interesting, because this can be a card of healing. Independence. Okay, that is your card, and that one I think too. I haven't used these are my own cards. I haven't used them for a while. They will be coming back into, I think some are still available in the States, but they will be coming back into sort of production, which is at some point next year. So if you're interested in them, they should become available at some point. Right, you've done nothing wrong. Independence, lack, and internal dialogue. Okay, and let's draw some tarot cards. We'll draw more oracle cards as well. My camera doesn't look quite straight. Let me see if I can adjust that. There, hopefully that is better. I think that has relevance, actually, as if something had to be straightened out here, because you've done nothing wrong. With the card of independence, this is a really interesting energy because it speaks about connections and relationships. And kind of whether you go it alone, being trapped in an it speaks, I suppose, of healthy interdependent relationships, as opposed to being trapped in a codependent relationship. I feel there's an evaluation going on around you, actually, regarding some kind of a connection with someone. And with the internal dialogue, I think you have been left feeling as though kind of questioning, almost like why it happened. I think for some of you, perhaps, we should draw more cards before I say too much more, but I feel as if there's been some form of judgment around you. You haven't done anything wrong. I think you are the kind of person, a really beautiful and really sensitive soul, where I think if you look internally anyway. I think that's part of who you are with the internal dialogue card. You are someone who genuinely evaluates internally, and I think you are somebody who self-reflects. But what that can sometimes mean is that there's an emphasis, that you carry an emphasis of almost like more responsibility than is yours in situations. So before I say any more, let's draw more cards. I'm seeing this and these four. And to draw a couple more oracle cards as well. Those two. Let's have a look. We have, oh, lovely. So Archangel Michael is with you. We have views of the ego. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Under the independence card. Absolutely classic. Right, okay. We are definitely hearing what is needed, and also solutions for you as well. Okay, so you have Four of Forces, Four of Scrolls. You also have I'm Sorry, and you have We the Hathors, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, which is like nectar, Birth as a Portal. Okay, I'm just going to pop this up here. This is a really fascinating reading as you begin a new year, and a new year that is ultimately about profound accelerated growth. Something has been taking place in your world where I think somebody who kind of has a bit of a big ego. They may be very charismatic and they may even be quite well-meaning, but they have quite a big ego. And I think something has happened and it's left you, you've been left really questioning, like, where did that come from? How did that happen? It knocked you off balance. It derailed you. Now, this card is saying, this reading is saying to you, it's time to recover from this. Don't follow the pattern, the internal pattern within you that means that you take responsibility for something that is not yours to carry. Now, the person we are talking about may have been a little bit jealous of you or a bit envious of you. I think you are entering a year of profound possibility. With the Nectar cards, this is healing, and you have the Spring card here, Spring Autumn. You've got the Lack card, which is about letting go of lack, recognizing that being a spiritual person doesn't mean you have to live without. You know, that's how it's been. It's not how it is now. We, the Hathors, look at these kind of almost like Easter Island type statues or Egyptian type statues. A pathway to the stars. With Perth, a rune of initiation, rite of passage. I think you have actually, I feel like I'm putting my neck on the line almost saying it, but I'm going to say it because it's what I'm hearing. I think you have earned, it's almost like you've earned your place in the stars. I think you have worked really, really hard as a human being to actually move beyond ego and to kind of navigate a spiritual life, and also to kind of, I feel like this is the year when you can marry your spiritual well-being with a fulfilled material life as well. This kind of theme has been coming up in a few readings recently, whereby it's been really clear that there's a challenge to kind of live your spiritual pathway and also have kind of like to have your cake and eat it. Because, you know, in previous lives, perhaps you have been a monk or, you know, or something like that, and you therefore couldn't have a family life or a material life. And this I think the sweet nectar, sweet nectar is, I think this is to be an incredible year for you. You are to be guided, you are to be healed, you are to be provided for. Now, I think you have a very strong internal dialogue that can put you in a position where you tend to take on more responsibility than you should for different situations. So let's say you had a falling out, as an example, with someone. You will be left feeling like, gosh, what did I do wrong? When actually you might have done absolutely nothing wrong beyond actually speak a truth. I'm sorry, you know, defenselessness. Writing past wrongs. This also says uprooting, which is really interesting. Now, how you navigate this, if it's still around you, it almost seems periphery. I think your key message is one of profound support. Don't repeat the pattern where you go over and over and over something. You haven't done anything wrong. When you're dealing with people with elevated or big egos, where it's their ego that's talking, it is really important to remain on track. I will get further guidance and advice, but I feel that life is to reward you, actually. That's your message here. You haven't done anything wrong. Don't take responsibility for people and when it isn't your responsibility to carry. This is almost like your advice for 2025. You are to be rewarded through this year. You are not to live in lack. You are to be rewarded. You do need to let go of any internal thinking patterns that repeat. It would be very helpful for you to do that, because with the Nectar card, you've kind of got to open your hand and allow yourself to receive. It's like allow yourself to see the love that is around you. Allow yourself to see everything that the universe is providing for you, everything that Source, Spirit, your angels are giving you. And if you can't allow yourself to receive, then it's really hard in a way, you block your own progress. I think this is to be a phenomenal year. I really do. And indeed, you may even find that people who have in the past acted through ego come and apologise to you. Really important to just hold your truth here and not, just don't take on responsibilities that are not yours to carry. Let's draw more cards and see what else we're shown. Okay, we have 2. Your messages are actually very clear. Oh, lots of cards coming through for you. Let's grab these. Need to straighten things out again. Yeah, something gets straightened out. But you know, it's not yours to fix. You can't fix somebody else's stuff. This is a really central theme. You need to open your arms to receive. Look at this, King of Wands. How wonderful. We have 5 of Cups. Then we have the 2 of Cups. Then we have the Magician. And then you have the 8 of Swords. Okay. I'm going to place that there because I think we have more cards coming. In the first instance, in your top row here, I do think someone may apologise to you. Something disappointed you. Stand your ground. You were absolutely right to say what you said. You have genuinely, this is really reinforcing, you've done nothing wrong. Just be you. Don't be anything other than you and have the strength to be you. The disappointment of whatever took place is not yours to carry. There was something that happened, somebody, you know, whatever they did. I think they'll come back. I think there'll be either an apology or a reconnection and a recognition here. I mean, the alchemy, it's interesting. The card of the Magician is a card of alchemy. It can also have some trickster energy around it. You know, and actually, in many ways, there'll be growth here. There'll be learning from this situation. Your learning is not to take responsibility for stuff that isn't yours to carry. Stand your ground and continue on your pathway and open yourself to receive. You've earned your place in the stars. Something really magnificent is unfolding for you in 2025. And people will actually envy you. They are going to be jealous, they are going to be envious because your world is going to unfold. And with the Lack card, it's going to unfold in ways that are both supporting your material life and your spiritual life. So, you know, just enjoy the ride and allow yourself to embrace this. But people will be envious of you because this is sort of like the ultimate sweet nectar of success. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the High Priestess. One more card at the base of the pack coming through for you too. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the High Priestess. We have the 7 of Wands. Look at you rising. Look at the lions here and the lion here. And then the 8 of Cups. This is absolutely lovely. Starting with the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, you absolutely are going to rise. You're going to move through and beyond something. This is the rune of initiation. You'll move through and beyond something. You will be guided, supported every step of the way. Interestingly enough, I do think handling this, in order to let go of this, let go of those internal thinking patterns, is really valuable. You are going to rise. You're going to, it does just feel like you are rising. Look at the lines. You're going to rise into your own sovereignty. So, you know, just move through and beyond this. Don't take responsibility for anything that isn't yours. Sit in the high vibration of what you have, who you are, what you have, and what is coming. And that is your message. It's just don't go over and over this. Truly, don't let it, because it will hold you back. It will lower your vibration. And you are not to be lowered, you are to be raised. That's the deal here. Click on that camera, make sure it is focusing for you properly. I hope that is. Yeah, I keep wanting to focus. It's like, bring your focus to you, to your empowerment, to your success, to the love that is in your world. You don't need to be doing this. This is the pattern to let go of. Pile 1, this is your reading. It could not be clearer. Happy New Year's. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to reading for you again. Do check out the other readings that I've already done for January, your all zodiac sign January readings. Do check out all of those extras. They're all live on the main channel. You can go and find them there, because this is actually, this is so clear. This is going to be an amazing year for you. It really, really is. Pile 1, tons and tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have the Maiden and Uruz, the rune of strength. This rune always tells me that the universe has your back on something. And this is a card of purity, of innocence, of naivety. And yet there is a vulnerability around it as well. And then you have this beautiful little cat sort of like sitting wistfully in the moon. I wonder if there is something that you really want, and do you have the courage to go for it? Let's draw more cards before I say too much more. May we inquire a key message? What does pile 2 need to know or need to hear before they, or as they are embarking upon this incredible year of 2025? This unprecedented year of 2025. Okay, we have unhappiness. We have the spiritual warrior, we have leadership, and we have expectation. Okay, powerful cards. This is about going for something, actually. It really is. This card, we'll actually read it. It says, unhappiness is frequently the result of an inability to live in alignment with the calling of our soul. When this happens, our uneasy and challenging emotions are an indication that we need to listen to ourselves. This card asks you to have faith and to trust. Get still, meditate, listen to the voice of your heart, and open yourself to receive guidance. And this is the pathway of the spiritual warrior, the calling of your soul. There is something calling to you that you really want. Do you have the courage, the strength to go for it? With leadership, it's like taking the lead. It's jumping in, being prepared to do it. Expectation is an interesting one here. Because, again, I'll read a little of this. Expectation is a form of memory. Our past experiences colour our expectations of future circumstances and outcomes. It's kind of like if you've had bad experiences. It means when you enter something, even though you might really, really want it, you may be unbelievably fearful that the same thing will happen again. So our expectations are coloured by where we've come from. You are asked to release any form of negative expectations based on past experiences and centre yourself in the infinite possibility of now. So something is really possible for you. This is the key message. There is something that is really possible. It's something you really, really desire. You want to just dive in. You want to allow yourself to have it. And yet, for some reason, there's something around this that is stopping you, holding you back. Let's get more cards. May we ask for information about the key message for 2025, or as pile 2 are embarking upon setting forth into 2025. Okay, this is interesting. So first of all, you have the Buddha prepares, and you have the bird's nest. We have the karmic trench. How fascinating that this card came out in pile 1. If any of you were drawn to pile 1, there could be a message for you. We have the Akashic Library. We have loving elementals. Okay, this is all about expectation. Now, the Buddha prepares is a card where we're waiting for something. It's like something it's not quite ready yet. Now, as you enter 2025, if you are setting New Year wishes and intentions, and you're really focused on something you really, really want, but a part of you is hesitant, sort of almost telling yourself that it's not going to come because it isn't there yet, I think this is a confirmation that it is actually coming and you can actually have it. We have a child here. There's an innocence here. You're being asked to recenter yourself in almost like a purity of expectation, like a trust that the universe will deliver, a trust that the way will be shown. With the bird's nest as well, I kind of feel that you need to sort of like feather your own nest. Something will come to you. You're a fledgling at something as well here. In that, I think, when I say a fledgling, I'm not suggesting in any way, you know, many of you will be very significantly old souls, especially with the karmic trench here. But you're learning, I feel like you are learning to allow yourself to have something. And this is the territory, really, that you're in, allowing yourself to really acknowledge what you desire and almost like believe that you can have it. You've probably had quite a lot of experiences in this life and previous ones as well, where you actually couldn't have something you wanted, or something you wanted got taken away. This is all about entitlement, actually, but not in an ego way, at a sort of a real core purity sort of way. Let's draw some additional cards. May we have further information, please, for pile 2? Okay, baby steps. Yeah, look at this with the child. Baby steps, and I'm seeing this too. Baby steps, perspective. Yeah, can I ask you to cut yourself some slack? Okay, cut yourself some slack. Don't give yourself a hard time. Take baby steps. You're learning to allow yourself to have something. And of course, as you start to allow yourself to have something, there is a vulnerability to that. But take baby steps. Take it one step at a time. Don't be in a rush. Just let it unfold. Cut yourself some slack. Don't give yourself a hard time. You know when it's like when a child learns to walk. You know when they pull themselves up on the furniture and then they sort of, you know, they're teetering and then they fall over. Of course they do. And then they get back up again. And that's actually how we learn. And, you know, if you were really critical of a tiny baby as it pulls itself up onto the piece of furniture, tries to stand up, we don't sit there and say, oh, well, you're really useless, aren't you? You can't walk, you can't run yet. We're really encouraging. We're like, wow, that's so amazing. Come on, you know, we really encourage. This is about encouraging yourself. Please encourage yourself. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Very, very interesting. Right, let's just read these cards. First of all, baby steps, action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Take a risk, go for it. Okay. Perspective, none of this matters, zoom out, common ground. And lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. This is, I think 2025 is going to be amazing for you. I feel that some sort of karmic pattern is to be finished. And that's very much kind of in alignment with the overall phenomenal, unprecedented astrology, letting go of the old, raising our consciousness, living differently. Pile 2 for you, there is a letting go of any expectations that tell you that you cannot have something that is really, really beautiful, that you have wistfully longed for. And having the strength and courage to go after it as well, to embrace it and to nurture it. And going after it doesn't mean like a bull in a china shop. It's feeling your way, intuitively following your intuition and then questioning along the way. Just like a child, it's almost as if you are to embark upon, I guess here we are at the very beginning of 2025, with a new perspective, a new attitude, where rather than expecting things to go wrong, you are open to discover what may happen and then assess on the basis of what actually happens, as opposed to entering 2025 feeling like whatever you do, it will almost certainly go wrong, or if I try this it might not work, or you know, this will happen, that will happen, all the what if kind of thinking. And this is literally an invitation to do that. But what is interesting is I suspect circumstances are unraveling Because this isn't just about what's going on in your head. This is some stuff unraveling to give you exactly this opportunity. So I feel a bit like you're taking a risk, having the courage to reach out, to ask, to kind of go for it. Let me just check that camera is focused, I hope. Let's draw some more cards and just get any more information that Spirit Source has for you around this. But it's very clear. Look at this. Your first two tarot cards here. You have the High Priestess. You have the Three of Wands. Wow. Look at the web around her. Every step will be illuminated. You've got to learn to trust your intuition and just follow through. Look how the moon here is getting bigger. Trust your intuition. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is kind of like really try things out. It's also sort of saying you have choices along the way. If you do something, or you reach out and you try something, you embrace something, you're not stuck with it. You can always move on with the Six of Swords. So curiously enough, I think the Six of Swords is more of an indication of you leaving behind a chapter of your world that didn't work and trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to have what you desire. This is all about entitlement. It's a very deep desire. This has got a real sensual energy. Really immersing yourself in the pure experience of everything that you desire. The Knight of Pentacles suggests that, you'll be rewarded. You'll get something is coming into you, like getting a harvest, really. These three are coming through. Let's look at these. We have the World, fantastic. Now we have the card of Strength. We also have the Rune of Strength. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. These are wonderful cards. Without a shadow of a doubt, your world is going to shift, turn and change. And there is something you deeply, deeply, deeply long for. And you deeply, deeply, deeply desire it. And this is an absolute invitation to put down anything within your mind that is telling you either you can't have it or it won't work. It literally is an invitation to dive into experience, however vulnerable that leaves you feeling. Dive into that experience. Let go of expectations and discover what this can really be like. It's like you can have the world. Have the strength and the courage to own what you really, really want and give yourself permission to embrace it and truly leave behind any expectations that say you can't. This is a reading of absolute affirmation of possibility for you, my beautiful pile 2. This is your reading. Happy New Year. And I just feel this is such a clear kind of guidance in a way for you to be able to just, release the past. And it's like dive in, just dive in. If something feels enticing, delicious, wonderful, exciting, and you really think, I'd love to try that, well then do it. Try it. It's like going to a restaurant that you've always wanted to go to and sampling, deciding you're going to do the sample menu because you want to try it all. Well, why not? But this is like the menu of life that's being offered to you. I think 2025 is to be pretty exciting, actually, for you, with much to unfold. Trust your intuition, let go of the past, and really embrace it in every possible way. Pile 2, I'm loving your energy. I'm loving your message. Tons and tons of love. Have an amazing 2025. Do check out the other readings. I've already uploaded the all zodiac sign readings for January. Another reading about January. There's a moon month throughout January, so there's a lot happening. January is quite intense at times astrologically, so very valuable to hold a good perspective as we embrace some of the more intense energies. But energy is energy. It's never the energy, it's what we do with it. So those moon month updates should really, I hope, help you to navigate in a way that can really release anything that's holding you back. Pile 2, tons of love. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. And I'm sending you all the love in the world. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have the card of the medallion. You have the spiritual warrior Tewaz, which is a very decisive energy. It's very interesting because when I see this card, it always kind of makes me think, go for gold, reach out for what you want. And with the spider, it's like we have, we're invited, I think, always when the spider charm shows up to recognize that we are weaving a web. We are manifesting all the time. What are you weaving? What are you creating? Be clear about what you want. And the medallion energy also kind of asks us to recognize what we need to let go of. You know, sometimes literally stuff, physical stuff. Let's draw more cards before we find out or say too much more. What is your key message for you to hear as you begin 2025? It doesn't feel right. What is the key message that pile 3 need to hear as we begin 2025? What do we have here? What is your key message? Authenticity. Release negative habits, release the past. Gosh, this is all about letting go. This is about letting go. Okay, so let's tune into the message of this card, because the medallion kind of says that objects, the things we have, hold energy. You could say a bit like my talking stick here. I know many of you have commented on how you really feel the energy of this since I've been using it in my readings. And thank you. Thank you so much for your comments. It's really, really good to hear what you're experiencing. Now, everything has energy. Everything is made of energy. Sometimes we hold on to stuff. We hold on to objects, we treasure things, and we don't want to let go of them. And this card actually asks us, it sort of challenges us to recognize whether the things that we're holding on to are resonant and appropriate for us to hold on to or to continue to hold on to. You know, are they resonating with you? And authenticity is really about being you. Look, hold your head up high, walk tall and be your authentic self. This card asks you to shed the masks that you believed you were required to wear, walk to the beat of your own drum, and do not be afraid to shine. In doing so, you give others permission to do the same. I feel this is the go for gold. It's almost saying, look, just literally, that I think there's some stuff you need to basically shed in order to go for gold, to be yourself. Some masks, maybe you're still feeling obliged to be something you're not, or you are involved in, as we all are, I think, negative thinking patterns, negative habits. I will read from this card actually. It says we all form habits and patterns in our lives, whether in thoughts or actions. But like a pair of comfortable old slippers, there comes a time when they outgrow their value and we must let go of them. Do something different today that shakes you out of your usual ways of responding and have some fun doing it. This is all about releasing stuff, letting stuff go. Expectation is also actually about releasing the past. This card came out in pile 2, I believe it was. You know, expectation is a form of memory. Again, this is what the card says. Expectation is a form of memory. It's like if we've had a bad experience and then we do the same thing again, we go to do the same thing again, we are loaded with expectations that it will go wrong again. This is about completely releasing stuff, shedding everything with great decisiveness. Kind of like owning where you're going, what you're going to do. Let's get more information. This is really a complete and utter release. Let go of anything and everything that no longer serves you. I don't think I've had a reading that is so direct about that. This is the key message. Let go of anything and everything that no longer serves you as you enter 2025. What do we have here? Yes, 6 of Roses, 4 of Keys, 7 of Roses. Oh, wow. And Will, Wisdom and the Mind. This is phenomenal. Right. Any conflicts, don't bear a grudge. Let it go. Let it go. Put it behind you. Hold your head up high. Walk tall. What your reading is saying here, clearing the way, is that blocks are being removed so that you can set forth on a new journey, and this is about going for gold. It's about being you. Will, wisdom, and the mind is all about being you, being your authentic self, owning your own power. Own your own power. This is like a year when, as we embark upon 2025, you can stand up and come into your own. This is asking you to remove any blocks that you have to really embarking on this journey of being you. This is it. What do you want to build? Get decisive, make it happen. I mean, it's got such a decisive energy about it. It really, really has. Let's draw some more cards. May we have further cards for pile 3, please. Look at this. Look at you walking towards a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Wow. Whatever your vision, your ambition and your vision. We just combined the two words. I love it. Love it. Okay, whatever your vision in life, whatever your visions are for 2025. I can see another t-shirt arriving now, isn't it? What's your vision for 2025? But truly, I think you do have a big ambition. I think you have ambitious ideas. I think you have ambitious visions of something, of where you want to go and what you want to do. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. However, make an absolute commitment to let go of anything and everything in your world that does not resonate with that new vision that you have for yourself, with your vision. If it doesn't resonate with your vision, it shouldn't be in your world. Let it go. Give it away. Hand it to someone else. If it's stuff, if there's clutter around you that you don't need, let it go. Move on from things. If you have any conflicts, move on from them. Let them go. Don't dwell on it. It's done. It's dusted. Been there, done that. Bought the t-shirt. Time to move on. Let it go. Let go of any expectation of things going wrong. I think you are going to step into your own power this year. That is what this reading is all about. Stepping up into your own power, going for gold, being decisive, not being held back by anything anymore. If there's something you want to do, you commit and you do it. You set forth on that journey. But yeah, let it go. Let it go. Put it behind you. Literally, your guides, your angels are helping to remove blocks that have held you back. You need to play your part in this. Could not be clearer. My apologies, I feel like I'm getting quite bossy in my voice, but it's such a decisive energy. Look at this. You have the shield of the medicine wheel with white buffalo here. And this is white buffalo calf woman holding the pipe. And she came to earth to help people to stand in integrity, to honour people's ambitions, but only the ambitions that stood in integrity. Now, this is a world this year of unprecedented change, of stepping up, not stepping down, of letting go of anything that holds us back. I think your personal growth this year, in terms of your own empowerment within integrity, will be exponential, actually. That's what we're being shown here. And of course, so much will come from it. Look at the gateway we have of the moon. You are literally passing through a gateway, 8 of Swords. Moving beyond, past limitations. Look at the pyramid here, under the full moon. This is a phenomenal gateway. I think you're moving through and away from any emotional conflict, stuff that has anything and everything that has stopped you from standing in your own power. Yeah, look at this, Knight of Cups, you riding forth with integrity, with love, with light. I think this is going to be a phenomenal year for you, but very especially in terms of it is about personal empowerment. Absolutely, being able to stand in your own truth, and in doing so, I mean, look at the labyrinth on this shield here. You're navigating away from anything and everything that just doesn't resonate with your vision. That's the deal here. And you're being asked to actively let stuff go, right from the word dot as we enter this new year. Look at this, we have the Princess of Cups and we have the Sun. I mean, wowzer. You know, Knight of Cups, Princess of Cups. It's like, look at what you can have. The possibilities here for happiness, for joy, for abundance, for the life that you will love. We have the Princess of Pentacles. Wonderful. And this is a life that you can love and navigate with grace with this swan, and with strength with the bear. This is a seriously big turnaround year for you, and your reading is very specific. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Look at the castle, the potential that is unraveling, unfolding here, the archway for you to walk through. This is a year of absolute potential for you to find happiness, to find contentment, and in real terms with the Nine of Pentacles. Real self-satisfaction. It's not just the satisfaction of, oh, you know, this arrived on my plate, aren't I lucky? It's the real satisfaction of, do you know what? Here I am, standing in my vision, and I did it. I did it. I did the work. I am here. I did it. This is the feel of 2025 for you. Let go of anything and everything that doesn't serve you, whether it's stuff, whether it's thinking, whether it's habits, whether it's, you know, diving into chocolate on a rough day, whatever it is, let go of it and embrace something that resonates at the higher vibration that you are stepping into every step of the way. This is like, let's get this clear with this energy of Tewaz, the spiritual warrior. Let's get really clear from literally January the 1st. New year, new day, new dawn. Let's get to it. And this is like your angels are saying, you know, you can do this, so let's get to it. Off you go. New year, it's happening. Wow. Loving your energy, loving your message. Really, really clear. Could not be clearer. Pile 3, I am sending you the biggest hug ever. I have already uploaded all zodiac sign readings for January, a moon month energy update for January, which may interest you because there's some pretty intense spiky bits of energy during January, and actually navigating them, if we're trying to let go of old habits, it's really helpful to understand the energy, to know what's happening and to know when it's happening as well, most importantly, because, you know, energy is energy. It's what we do with it. But, you know, if we're unaware of it, we can just be overwhelmed, and it can set us back if we're trying to let go of the old. So do check out those videos. You can go to the homepage and find them. Do check them out if they are, you know, potentially of value to you. Tons of readings around all of the energy, and I will be doing readings as we navigate through that are connected to the astrological happenings. So we'll be very much in a line with any incoming energy and helping you and assisting you in every way that I can. Pile 3, tons and tons of love. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. Have an amazing new year. Happy New Year's.